Yeah, it's Lil Kenny Russell, Canoom, Connoisseur. You already know what you're gonna get when you step in the room. You're now dealing with Canoom. I'm here. While I'm here, I'm gonna make the information direct and clear, because a lot of y'all can't hear. Now, the world is steady changing. It's a progressive world, and things are changing progressively. I remember when people didn't used to openly talk about politics, and people definitely didn't used to openly talk about their sexual escapades or their sexual preference. You know what I mean? That type of stuff used to be private. But in this new type of world with the regime of leaders and people that's leading the United States now, this new regime with the LGBTQ, again, the alphabet community, it seems like it's being, overly projected. Sexual preference, sexual orientation, sexual habits, sexual escapades, all that type of stuff used to be held at bars amongst people that was willing to talk and, expose their hand. You know what I mean? It was like a bar talk or a table talk when you're in the privacy of your own home or you're around some intimate people that you have relationships with, friends, poker games, card tables, down at the happy hour, the bar, that type of thing. That's what I was accustomed to, and that's what the world was accustomed to as of just, maybe 7 to 10 years ago. But now, it's as I was saying in other previous posts, it's projected that, you have to be flamboyant in whatever your sexual preference or your, whatever your sex life is about. Why does it has to be plastered all over the televisions? You can't even watch Grey's Anatomy. I remember Grey's Anatomy was almost like just an ER type of setting show, to where you can see little graphic shit about, the medical world. That was it. Now on there you have, people exploring different sexual preferences. You have gay men, you have gay women and things of that nature. It's projected. That's what's pushed. Then you got shows like Station 19 and all that old shit. Again, when you have people openly expressing and exploring their sexual preference out on the open. You can look at cartoons. You can look at any kind of sitcom. I mean, they always have a spin to where LGBTQ, an alphabet, somebody from the alphabet, shows his head. Why does that need to be expressed? See, with Joseph R. Biden and all the regime that's in, because they pushing this shit at a high level that nothing has ever been pushed before. They go as far as having the White House, they do it with lights, of course, but they'll paint the whole White House in lights, the LGBTQ color. I mean, come on, this type of shit is private. You don't have to tell people what sexual orientation or sexual preference that you prefer. We don't care. That's your business. They want everybody to be flamboyant, outgoing, and just really claim it so you can walk in it. I mean, walk in your own power. People don't need to know who you go to bed with. That type of shit, this shit gets sickening to me. Children can't even watch shows. You try to let them watch Grey's Anatomy. What if they want to be an aspiring doctor? You can't let them watch that because you want to see two men making love or two women making love and all that old crazy shit. I mean, come on. Enough is enough. But see, this regime, they pushing it. It's at the forefront. The alphabet community is at the forefront. They got more rights than anybody. I mean, why is sexual orientation and sexual preference so pushed? That's just a thing I've been thinking about. That's a question. I know the world is changing, but that shit used to be private. Come on, man. They talk about that. They warm you up to that more than God. And I don't give a damn about God, but they warm you up to that more than God. Damn. I mean, come on, man. Everybody don't need to know that a man will suck another man's penis or a lady will eat another lady's vagina. That's private. Or that this little boy identified as a little girl. Why is that? It's a perverted world, The perverts in charge now is getting everybody geared up that a pervert is a normal man. And when he do some perverted shit, he's not going to get no jail time. They're going to say he's a little insane and he going to get like some therapy for his thinking. So when a 45 or 65-year-old man wants a 4-year-old, that's what they preparing you for, okay? So it's going to be nothing wrong with it because the alphabet community is going to make it okay. All right? So that's what they're getting you ready for. Just pay attention. Why do the kids need to be exposed to that type of stuff? Because they trying to normalize it, because that's going to be the normalcy. You see? That's going to be the norm. Simple as that. So that's just my thought for today. It's sickening. You can't watch nothing. Every movie got some kind of alphabet relationship or alphabetic man in it or woman expressing their alphabetic, feelings. And I just wonder why. So let me know what y'all think. Do you think it's overly saturated with the alphabetic type of environmental things they put everywhere? You can't live nowhere. They even had a Pride Day, which is a homosexual day, in the better term. I hope that's not disrespectful. But a homosexual day in the NBA, Pride Day, painted the NFL signs, NBA signs, and all that type of shit, the alphabetic color. What the fuck? Why the fuck would you need a Pride Day for the NBA and the NFL? Why they need to be celebrated? That's their sexual choice, their sexual preference. Don't nobody need to celebrate them other than they mate. You do not need to be championed and pushed up on the forefront because a man will suck another man's dick. You do not need to be pushed up on a pedestal because a woman will eat another woman's vagina. You just don't. That a man is a queer and a woman is a lesbian and a bisexual, homosexual. You don't need to be pushed to the forefront because of your sexual preference. I'm sorry. It's not disrespectful that people can say it's not needed. It's Lil Kenny Russell, man. Kanoom, Consul, Moon. You already know what you're going to get when you step in the room. You're now dealing with Kanoom. Yeah, yeah.